Hi, it's Miss Grace, and I have a book to read to you today. My grandchildren requested that I would read Checker the Mannerly Cat, and I'm actually the one who wrote it. I'm the author, and it was illustrated by Meredith Brewington. And she was a 17-year-old in Parkside High School at the time the book was printed. I hope you enjoy it, and the object of the book, the reason I wrote it was to help people learn proper dining manners. And here's the title page, Checker the Mannerly Cat. And I dedicated it to my parents and my brothers and sisters. Our grandmom, who lives 2 hours away, seemed lonely when she called to chat. We said, "You need some company. Why don't you adopt a cat?" Mom thought she heard Grandmom crying, so we planned a weekend visit to see. We were warned to use good manners. Making Grandmom happy was key. Matthew and I are pretty normal. We tease and we play and fight. Our parents try to correct us, and Grandmom always tells us, "Act right." She always speaks about manners and how to be kind each day. Seems she's a manners expert. That's what people always say. We arrived at Grandmom's with big hugs. We had fun and we laughed all day long. But when we were called for dinner, everything went drastically wrong. We fought over chairs at the table. Matt complained about his food. We reached for whatever we wanted. Mom said, "Matt, Ava, that's rude." Then our cell phones started beeping. We'd forgotten the no-tech rule. Mom made us remove our devices, which we thought was really uncool. Dinner was a total fiasco. We thought Grandmom might cry. She said, "Your manners are atrocious. No dessert. You're excused. Goodbye." And look, she had a cake for dessert, and there she's walking away with it. You would never act that way at a table, I hope, after somebody has either fixed or brought you dinner. We left our Grandmom's house that night, not sure we'd be allowed to return. We'd miss baking bread and fun projects, but we were told we had manners to learn. The next day, Grandmom called. "Matt, Ava, guess what?" There was a black puff in my driveway. It was a cat with a check on his chest. After milk, he slept in your old crib. I called him Checker, and he's the best. Look at him sleeping in their crib. Does that look like Checker there? From day one, I knew he was special. I fed him with your silver spoon. I served his food on fine china, and his good posture made me swoon. And the kid said, "Really?" Grandmom would call or text daily. She had Checker tales to tell. No doubt this cat was special, but we feared Grandmom was unwell. Grandmom again, saying, "Why, Checker has impeccable manners. He comes to dinner when called. With clean paws he unfolds his napkin and sits up straight and tall. A cat with a napkin? Now really, poor Grandmom has lost her grip on good sense. But what's with this feline intruder? Her affection is oddly intense. She speaks of him like a grandchild. Grandmom brags about him so. She told us he chews with his mouth closed. What he'll do next, who knows? You chew with your mouth closed when you chew food, right? Grandmom says next, Checker has learned to use a fork now. He holds it like a pencil. It's cool. He knows when to use please and thank you. I think he could teach etiquette school. Checker says, meow. He dabs his chin with his napkin and asks for dishes to be passed. He knows no elbows on the table, and if he wants to be excused, he asks. This kitty and I could talk for hours. We like discussing books he has read. I share about you and your visits. He listens politely to what's said. He's a good listener. How about that? Now the kids are getting really worried. Grandmom is sounding a bit wacky. Her tails are sounding so tall. You know what a tall tale is? When you really think somebody might not be telling you the truth. But we let her rave about Checker and pretend nothing is strange at all. We thought her calls sounded outrageous. Why, this cat sounded better than us. Always bragging so on his good manners, we were bummed over all the fuss. Now she's pushing him in a swing. Grandma sure is having a good time with Checker. Grandmom on the phone again, and we heard sniffing. I made a mistake serving Checker sardines at his bedtime meal. He politely took one tiny bite and didn't make a big deal. Apparently he didn't like sardines. He did not say ooh or refuse them. He ate everything else that was served. I was afraid that he was allergic, but his loud purr settled my nerves. Have you ever had a kitty rub up on your leg like that? This week is the last straw with Grandmom. She is taking him out to dine. Seems last night he thanked her for cooking, then cleared his plate, so refined. We've had it. Let's go now. We want to see Checker the cat. So we packed and headed for Grandmom's. We wanted proof this cat is all that. I wonder what they're going to find. I bet they will love seeing Checker with his wonderful manners. Let's see what happens. We arrived, and there was Grandmom in the drive with Checker in her arms. She gently put him down and greeted us with her grandmotherly charm. We were still extremely suspicious. Oh, look, I think she's baking bread. We knew that at dinner we could tell if Checker had impeccable manners or if Grandmom was really unwell. There was no place set for Checker. There's a place for everybody, but no place for Checker. His food dish was nowhere in sight. He was on his chair napping, but something just didn't seem right. Our dinner was surprisingly pleasant. The sleeping Checker didn't even blink. We copied his impeccable manners. Why did Grandmom give Mom a wink? Then Matthew and I got it. We yelled, "You tricked us real good. You told Checker tales teaching manners so we'd act like smart children should." And there, look, Grandmom and Mom giving each other a high five. Just then, Checker awoke to our laughter. Mom and Grandmom shared a high five. We'd learned manners without even knowing, through cat stories with fun on the side. And here's a gate that says, "Good manners open doors." "We're sorry we tricked you," said Grandma, "but it seemed like the only good way to teach you valuable manners that will help you improve each day." And here's the Checker checklist. Clean paws, no elbows on the table, good posture, ask for dishes to be passed, please and thank yous. Mom said tonight you used your good manners and you passed the Checker test. Just bring your manners to the table and you'll be your impeccable best. I'm ready to reward your good manners. Clear plates and I'll bring what I baked. She returned with a silver platter with Checker's face on a yummy cake. Oh, pretty. Then in a split second, it happened. A black puff flew before our eyes. Checker jumped right in the middle of the platter. His poor manners were a huge surprise. "No, Checker." The end. But you know what this could be? This could be the beginning of some really good table manners. I hope you enjoyed it. And in the back of the book, there are also more tips about dining etiquette. And there are some pictures about how to put your utensils. And this book is available at Benjamin's Wear It Again when they open once more. And it's also available on Amazon. It makes a great little Easter gift. We'll still have Easter. It just may not be the same that we're accustomed to. So I hope you enjoyed it, and everyone stay safe and be well.